Welcome back to English Soul Stories. If you want to improve your English while listening to fascinating real-life stories, then you're in the right place. Today's journey will take us deep into some of the greatest mysteries in American history. For centuries, historians, researchers, and ordinary people have searched for answers to questions that remain unsolved even today. Some mysteries involve missing people. Others involve secret government projects and strange events that continue to spark debate. The story begins more than 400 years ago on a small island off the coast of North America. In 1587, a group of English settlers arrived on Roanoke Island. They hoped to build a new life and establish one of the first permanent English settlements in the New World. Life was difficult, but the settlers remained optimistic. They built homes, planted crops, and prepared for the future. Their governor, John White, soon realized that additional supplies would be needed if the colony was going to survive. He sailed back to England to gather food, tools, and support. At first, he expected to return within a few months. However, a war between England and Spain disrupted travel across the Atlantic Ocean. Months turned into years. Years turned into 3 long years. When John White finally returned to Roanoke in 1590, he expected to see a growing settlement filled with families and activity. Instead, he found silence. The colony was empty. Every house had been abandoned. Every person had disappeared. Men, women, and children were all gone. There were no bodies. No signs of violence. No evidence of a battle. It was as if the entire community had simply vanished. White searched desperately for clues. Then he discovered something strange. Carved into a wooden post was a single word. Sehuatewaini. The word referred to a nearby island and a Native American tribe. But what exactly did the message mean? Was it a clue? A warning? Or the final message left behind by the missing settlers? Over the centuries, countless theories have emerged. Some historians believe the colonists joined local tribes and slowly became part of their communities. Others believe disease, famine, or conflict led to their disappearance. Yet despite hundreds of years of investigation, nobody knows the complete truth. The lost colony of Roanoke remains one of America's oldest and most fascinating mysteries. And surprisingly, this mystery was only the beginning. The assassination of President Kennedy shocked the entire nation. Millions of Americans watched the news and struggled to understand what had happened. The tragedy quickly became one of the most discussed events in modern history. Authorities soon arrested Lee Harvey Oswald. According to the official investigation, Oswald acted alone. However, many people were not convinced by that explanation. Questions began to spread across the country. Witness statements sometimes conflicted with one another. Certain details appeared unclear, and public trust slowly started to weaken. As the years passed, countless theories emerged. Some people believed organized crime was involved. Others suspected foreign governments or powerful intelligence agencies. Books, documentaries, and investigations attempted to uncover the truth. Yet despite decades of research, many questions remain unanswered even today. The mystery surrounding Kennedy's assassination continues to fascinate historians. Every time new government documents are released, public interest returns once again. While America debated the Kennedy assassination, another secretive story was unfolding behind closed doors. This story was so controversial that many people refused to believe it when it first became public. The project was known as MKUltra. It was a secret program conducted by the Central Intelligence Agency during the Cold War. Its purpose was both unusual and disturbing. Researchers wanted to understand whether human behavior and decision-making could be controlled. Experiments were conducted on various individuals. Some participants reportedly did not even know they were part of the research. As information about the project slowly became public, many Americans were shocked. People began asking how such experiments could have taken place without public knowledge. government investigations eventually confirmed that the program had existed. However, many records had already been destroyed. As a result, the full truth may never be known. Even today, MKUltra remains one of the most controversial chapters in American history. For many people, it serves as a reminder that some secrets can remain hidden for decades before finally coming to light. America's history contains many mysteries, but some stories are so strange that they almost sound impossible to believe. One such mystery is known as the Philadelphia Experiment. According to a popular legend, the United States Navy conducted a secret experiment during World War II. The goal was supposedly to make a military ship invisible to enemy forces. The story claims that something went terribly wrong. Witnesses later described strange events involving bright lights, unusual energy fields, and even the disappearance of a naval vessel. Some versions of the story became even more unbelievable. They claimed that the ship had briefly teleported from one location to another. Others suggested that crew members experienced bizarre physical effects. Over the years, researchers attempted to verify these claims. However, very little evidence has ever been found to support the most extraordinary parts of the story. Many historians believe the legend grew through rumors and exaggerations. Yet despite the lack of proof, the Philadelphia Experiment continues to fascinate people around the world. Its mystery survives because nobody can completely explain how the story began, or why it became so widespread. As the 20th century continued, another unexplained mystery captured the attention of millions. This mystery did not involve a secret military project. Instead, it involved a missing airplane. In 1937, Amelia Earhart became one of the most famous pilots in the world. She had already broken numerous aviation records and inspired people across the globe. Her next goal was ambitious. She planned to fly around the world. The journey attracted enormous public attention. Newspapers followed her progress closely. People admired her courage and determination. Then, during a flight over the Pacific Ocean, something unexpected happened. Communication with her aircraft was suddenly lost. Despite extensive search efforts, neither Earhart nor her plane was ever found. The disappearance shocked the world. How could a famous pilot simply vanish? Did her aircraft crash into the ocean? Did she land on a remote island? Or did something else happen entirely? For decades, researchers have searched for answers. Numerous theories have emerged, yet no explanation has ever been universally accepted. Her disappearance remains one of the greatest aviation mysteries in history.